Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today for yet another card tutorial. Today I am going to be showing you a neat little card for sister for Valentine's Day. I will actually be assembling everything here on this video so that it can give you ideas of if you would like to make your own, what you can do. So with no further ado, if you do like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And then, of course, I would appreciate subscribing to my YouTube channel so you could follow any future videos, as well as, of course, just if you have any ideas to share, I'm always open to ideas. So let me go ahead and share with you what I did before I came on, if I can just get this off. So this is actually what I used to get this pattern on here. Okay, now I got this from a set of from Michael's, and they were on sale, buy one get one. I think it was half off or free, something to that effect. So I got that, and I decided to go ahead and use this as a pattern on my card. Now I also used this distress ink here, which is called Picked Raspberry, which I used for the background. I also printed out my sentiment I did it on the computer, and I used this scissors, pattern scissors here, in order to, or decorative scissors, sorry, to cut it out. Now I was just trying to get the edges with a little dark here, and I kind of did a little boo-boo, maybe a little too much, but I tried to see if I can use a little extra, a little pinky in there, and I used a black ink, fine ink pen to just go over the words so that it will not, it will stand out still. Then I have those two little hearts there. I'll show you what where I will put them. I also have this half of a heart template, and if you want to make cards for anyone, Google a Google search will show you different heart patterns or that you can print out. You can actually use maybe construction paper, or maybe just regular printer paper, in order to get the templates printed out, and you can cut them and use them for future cards if you want, but these are always options. Now this is a mistake card that I had, and I'm using it as my template for this one, and I'll show you after we're done that I'm going to use this just to get the edges of my card done. Then with the half of a heart, I'm going to use this here on my my sheet. Okay, and in that way, just to add something to it, and of course the sentiment. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. So whoopsie, that's just some, oh dear, that's just some eraser shavings that I had. But okay, so I went on the computer and I got the words printed out. It says, "A sister's love is like no other. Thanks for being there for me, even when I do not deserve it. For being my go-to friend in times of need. Words cannot express the love I have for you. Happy Valentine's Day to one of the people I love most in the world, my sister." Now, this is something ideas I came up with, and I kind of put something together. So there is not any way you will go and pick this up as it is. I kind of played around with some words and from ideas online. You can also do that in order to get that done. Now this is a 5x7 piece of cardstock that I have. It's 110 pound, and I got that from Michael's as well. So I have a scoring board which I use. It's a Martha Stewart, and I believe I should have it close here, but I have everything kind of over. So this is the scoring board from Martha Stewart that I'm using. It also has, it's like a rounded blade, and there's also a paper cutting blade, and of course it's stored in the back here. That's one of the things I like about it. You have the other blades, but I'm just sharing that with you. But I'm just mainly using it for scoring right now, so this is what I'm using. So I went ahead and scored it. I printed my sentiment, and then now I'm going to go ahead and fold it. So just to make sure I'm just going to kind of use my hand to guide it. And this is my bone folder that I'm going to just go ahead and seal the deal. Okay, so there we go. So now we have the card, the sentiments inside, and my stamp on the back. Now, let's go ahead, and this is where this piece comes in. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get my edges done. So I'm going to put this card here. This is my template that I have, so I can get the edges out. Okay, I'm just going to use a pencil and just mark it out really lightly here. And again, you can get all types of templates. This is one I just did on my own, just, you know, instead of the usual rectangular cards, I just wanted to give it a different shape. But you can get heart templates, you can get all sorts of templates online that you can download that will help you with your cards. I'm now going to just trim the edges. Just lining it up here. So that's the first edge. And the craft stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobby, I believe they do have single sheets, you know, of pattern paper, on things of that nature that you can actually purchase if you want to put some kind of decorative you know, paper on top of your card. They have that. And there's so many different accessories that you can use. And also, if you don't want to buy the cardstock, there is the option to purchase the card and envelope sets. You can get the blank ones, or you can get some of them that already have some kind of pattern on them. Whichever one you like is always, you know, it's good. It doesn't matter. It's just entirely up to you. So now I have just this plain, you know, simple paper here, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and get this one, this heart. I'm going to go ahead and get it to the corner here. And of course, there is no rhyme or reason, you know. I know it's a lot of pink on there, but you have that option, or you can always go over this with maybe another color just to kind of, you know, get it kind of thrown off just a little bit instead of the usual. So I can have this card. I'm gonna just get this here. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this stuck on the corner here. Let me use my tape runner, which I have. Of course, if you don't have a tape runner, I don't advise that you go and buy a tape runner. But if it's just a one-time card, you can just use, you know, just regular craft glue. And there are different types. You can get that anywhere at Walmart, you name it. You can get it anywhere. I'm going to go ahead now and get this stuck down here. And this is just a simple card. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, exceptionally fancy or anything like that. Then we can go ahead and put the, you know, just the sister one here. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to actually use dimensional squares for that, if I can find what I did with it. Because I did have it close and I believe I got rid of it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I have those dimensional squares which I can use. I'm going to put this one here. Now this is just like a base, okay? This, it doesn't mean that this card can stop here. You could add other stuff if you want to add maybe flowers, or you want to add anything else. This is just an option. Now usually I kind of like to slant my sentiments. I don't like it just, just all plain, just slant it a little bit. Okay, now again, this is very simple. Okay, now what I maybe can do, if I want to add just a little something to it, I do have some dimensional, few dimensional, let's see, we could use maybe some gold. Let's see, I do have some of this pearlized ranger drops there. Let me just take a look and see. Okay, so this can also be an option. I'm just going to get a little bit of pearlized drops in between just to give it some extra something. And like I said, your card doesn't have to stop there. You could choose to add anything you want to your cards. You can add hearts, you can add flowers, you could add anything. But it's just a matter of having the card looking like, it's doable. You don't want the card to be looking like, it escaped from somewhere, Lord knows where. But at the same time, it's okay to experiment and do what makes you happy, what you think is going to be, you know, attractive and, you know, worth looking at. It's entirely up to you. Now, as you can see here, all I did was I put just those silver pearlized drops in here, and right away you see it has changed the look of the card. I don't know if you can see it closely, but these are just little things you can do. You could add ribbon, you could add maybe a gem or two. It's entirely up to you. So with that said, thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial, and I do hope that this gives you some ideas. If you would like to make a card for a sister, a friend, or anyone, just play with it and have fun. Okay, so thank you for watching and see you next week. Bye bye.